This comeback, I think, is what he's trying to work. And then, ah! Colorado seniors are showing out at the East-West Shrine Bowl. Quick bit of history. The East-West Shrine Bowl is actually the longest running Shrine Bowl or Senior Bowl in the world of college football. And actually the proceeds go towards helping a children's hospital to help things with like cleft chins and rashes and burns, and basically helping aid in those special cases where parents cannot aid in their kids. So a phenomenal cause, a phenomenal football. But today what we're going to look at is how busy old LaJohntay Wester, Jimmy Horn, and Willie Shepard have been doing it. Obviously, Shiloh was down there. Of course, a lot of other Colorado players down there. But I got to say, LaJohntay Wester, by all accounts, is making a name for himself. As you can see right here with his draft stock, I was already kind of going up. But, you know, coming into the Shrine Bowl in this 20-ish, 17, you know, they start seeing him fly around and it bops up. So let's go ahead and let's just see him work, huh? Let's just see the kid operate and see what he gets done here and just go from there. Here is, I think, probably the biggest catch of the day there. Oh, I think I'm blocking it. I think I'm blocking it over top. Hammers that post and just drops in. We got like 17 different angles of this particular play right here. And then here's a little cut up too. About a minute of LaJohntay just getting absolutely busy. Oh no, this isn't the minute. We're about to show you the minute though. But what is that? Is that a zig or a zag route or a whip route? Ooh. I think that's just a dig. Oh, he dropped it, but it don't matter. That's just a dig, correct? Yeah, he just runs. You know what I'm saying? Gotta hold on to that one, LaJohntay. Gets to the top of his route. Oosh. Sets him up to push vertical. Oh, man, we got to have a better ball. This is one of the best defensive backs he's really been showing at this whole camp. Oop. Hit him again. Oh, my goodness. Eesh. I'm watching the same thing again. Don't worry about it, man. Sometimes I just like to watch the same thing again. Here we go. Some more plays. And a lot of these are going to be the same plays, different angles, because, you know, it's from all the different reporters that are there. Busy again. I think this is on his long. Yep. So this is the other angle of that deep post route. And it looks like a Tampa 2 sink, obviously, because you have the linebacker dropping straight back. So, you know, I guess, yeah, Tampa 2, because it's going to be cover 2 with him dropping singer. So it's a type of cover 3 technically, but I mean, I don't want a linebacker on LaJohntay Wester. And you see him just absolutely burn the concentration. Like, hey, is that Juice Wells over there throwing up the touchdown? And then he just hauls that in. That is an absolute beautiful catch, a beautiful throw too. I believe that was the Minnesota quarterback that slaying that thing. So shout out to the Minnesota quarterback for giving the guys a chance. Let's see what else he can do. Let's see what else LaJohntay has been up to here. He's gonna push. Oh my Lord! Again, one of the better DBs of the camp. He's been showing out. I think it's Chiwazi. I'm gonna find his name, but here he is on the inside. Breaks out. Soft hands. He's been able to catch the difficult stuff, and I really feel like, you know, either you're going to be consistent or you're going to catch all the hard stuff if you're going to, you know, mess up on some of those different things. And I think he's definitely making up for it so far. But the speed's on display, right? He's not faster than Jimmy Horn. Obviously, Jimmy Horn is the speed guy. But at the same time, he's got enough speed. And the quickness and the route running and the precision is really where he's been able to really find the shine there. There he is just on an over route there. Find a nice little soft spots of the old defense. And then here we go again. Oh, is that same one? Yeah, just him going across. And then he fights across that inside left. This is a really good play though. Like I don't want to get this past anybody how good of a play this is especially from LaJohntay, who is not considered a big body wide receiver. So let's take a look at this rep. He's gonna first push the inside. Now, everybody knows when you're doing one-on-ones, you're doing on air, this type of stuff. There's some unwritten rules. Some unwritten rules are about pressing too far inside, but he presses inside for a good reason, gets his hips to start opening up just so he can break it down, right? Push vertical a little more. He wanted to just take that, I think, just as like as a corner route. Obviously pass interference there. Well, I guess that's not pass interference. Was that 5'10" or so? And then he just recovers, goes through, and then makes a phenomenal catch. So great work there. And actually, these angles are dope because I can kind of, you know, get different vibrations of how we're going. LaJohntay Wester out of Shrine doing what he does best. Get you open. Oh, that's the other route. And then that is that other route. So those are, I think, the bigger plays from Mr. LaJohntay. I thought I had a minute cut up of him just going absolutely crazy, but I guess it's only this little 15-second sesh there. All right, but continuing forward, continuing often, just to put a little context there, 2024, LaJohntay did have 931 yards, almost 1,000, 12.6, 10 touchdowns. So his most touchdowns in the season. Obviously didn't have as many yards as FAU, but it was a lot more efficient getting into the end zone. So that's good to see. I think a lot of scouts want to see that too. So my probably favorite when it comes to straight up just like a prospect, I think who's the most NFL ready. Not that LaJohntay isn't going to get great value in the NFL with his speed and his quickness and his route running ability, but I think Will Sheppard at his size and his catching radius, if he can catch consistently, I think he's going to be a great wide receiver. And let's see him put some work here. Here he is working against the Iowa defensive back here. I mean, look, Iowa produces some great players too, so don't get it twisted. Here's Will Sheppard working here. I believe he's going to be working either an out or here he goes. It's working a comeback, and that's easy. I mean, you would want a better throw there, right? He throws this ball a little late, to be honest with you. And that ball should have already been out so he can grab it now, and it's a little bit on his inside, but I think he's good that he can show that he's not just a big body and he's not just a high-point receiver like he's shown that he can do, right? This is more of a, hey, I'm also a real deal athlete. You feel me? So going from here, boom. Here's another one. Here he is making a really tough catch.
Oh, here we go.
He's getting pressed by Muhammad here. This is a great defensive back here. Press, and then he just climbs the ladder. I mean, wow. Okay, yeah, that is pass interference. I was like, I don't know, ref. I don't know. Sure that I think that's just good defense, but no, he's all up on him. He's trying to hold him. He can't. He climbs the ladder. And I think that's an NFL catch, ladies and gentlemen. Good work by Will Sheppard showing off that 6'2", 6'3", what is he, 6'3" and a half frame, right? And I really think that although LaJohntay, I think, made the most plays and rose his stock the most, I think what Will Sheppard did was at least get on people's boards. I don't think a lot of people had Will Sheppard on their board or even thought, but when you have, you know what I'm saying, the rising tides or whatnot. So with those rising tides comes some of your teammates being able to get some looks as well too. So let's see him work here against the Iowa defensive back again. He's going to work on the inside. He's got a press man. Oof. So he keeps just trying to work this this comeback, I think is what he's trying to work. And then this one of them OBJ pregame catches. Presses the inside. I mean, obviously, just completely. He still that's clean. That like these types of catches is what you want to show people. Hey man, I can still I can finish the drill, man. I can finish the drill. You saw Shador looking too. Look, watch. Shador right here. I think he was even surprised. He said, "What?" That boy was. Hey, nah, never mind. He wasn't surprised. He said, "Oh yeah, that's what Willie Shep do. That's what Willie Shep be getting down with. All right, I ain't mad at it. Do I have any more Willie Sheppard stuff? Any more Willie Shep? I just had those 3 Willie Sheps. Okay. And then stats for Willie Shep, 2024, 37 receptions, 441 yards. Not his highest in yards. Only 1 touchdown. Wow. Obviously, he was a little inconsistent, right? That's what I mean. Like, he's not really a person that's going to be on a lot of people's boards. Inconsistent guy, but one that's there, I think people can start seeing like, hey, this is the frame that he has. This is the build that he has. He has the ability to high point and contest these balls. If you can maximize a player like that, there can be. Oh, wait, I'm looking at Jimmy Horn. I am looking at the wrong stat. Sorry. 48, 621, 6 touchdowns. That seems a lot more like it. Okay, 6 touchdowns, only 621 though. Again, not his most proficient, but still able to really help out the Buffaloes in a lot of different ways. And still, like I said, someone's going to show up. Now, Jimmy Horn, who was injured this season, was dealing with some stuff. So that's why his look the way that they look, right? But he is one of those clear guys, almost Xavier Worthy, except, I think he's going to have a little bit more. I think he has a little bit more bend and a little more agility when it comes to the Xavier Worthy comparison, right? When LaJohntay has the top tier when it comes to route running, the ability, the turning, the change of direction. I think Jimmy Horn is similar, right? But not in that level. But the speed is there. That straight line track speed is going crazy. He's running people over. We're not gonna watch that. But here he is, Jimmy Horn, getting some work done here. Can we watch on X? Thank you. Take me to the spot. Take me to the spot. See him cook up here. See him cook up here. Ass. Oosh. I mean, too easy there. What are you going to do with it? Push outside. Ish. Oof. Nice. Push out. Push down. Ish. Man, he's loving these whips, these whips, zigzags, whatever you call them. Ish. Woo. I mean, he is really showing that he can run some routes, and he's showing that he can give tempo in his routes. I feel like, especially with the injuries, right? I don't think he was able to show the lengths of a receiver that he really is, and the technicalness, is that a real word? The technicality at which that he can get going there, right? He's a real savant, and I think he can show that he's a savant. I mean, that's beautiful use of tempo there, right? You know, you lulling your DB to sleep here, pressing. You know, gets high, and then presses hard to drop his hips and get out of there. And you know that tempo change, it really does it. And you know, nobody can run out the break like Jimmy Horn can run out the break. So when he's right here, even though he reads his hips, right, because of that tempo that he had, tempo, he breaks out, and now he's in shock. Look, he's double. He's like, whoa, he can't even react quick enough on where the ball is. He can't judge it because of a great use of tempo there on the top of his route or coming into that break there. Here he is again, operating. A smooth operator. Let's see it, Jimmy. Oh, I think this is that what's it called? That peak. Beautiful work. And that's that peak route again. And then of course we saw this one too. So great work from Jimmy Horn. Great work from all the guys. All the Colorado players out there. And like I said, we already talked about his 37 receptions, 441 and 1 touchdowns, 1 carry, 3 long for the yards there. All in all, I think this is a really phenomenal time and phenomenal thing for Deion Sanders seniors. And really being able to set themselves apart, right? I feel like a lot of times when you're a part of a team, you know, whether you like it or not, people perceive it as a circus, quote unquote. People see it as a lot of glitz and glamour when it comes to Colorado and Prime Sanders, Prime Time Coach Prime Sanders. So being able to kind of be on your own, right, and being able to be your own person and be your own football player and show, hey, I can catch balls from other potential future NFL players, right? I can catch balls from these other types of guys, and I can show out, and I can display against these other defensive backs that are going to be NFL players. I think it's extremely important and great, and even more so when you're under the microscope like Colorado is. And sometimes you might get some of your accomplishments might get thrown off, right? Like, you know, it's easy to say, oh, well, you know, Jimmy Horn didn't have 1,000, Will Shepard didn't have 1,000 yards. Yeah, but Shedeur Sanders was forcing the ball to Travis Hunter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Jimmy Horn had injuries. Like, there's, you know, Will Shepard had some inconsistencies. He had some mental stuff going on. Like, and that happens in the game of football. So the fact that, you know, you're given an opportunity to prove yourself on this scale is great. But let's go deeper into it, because now that we have a little bit of time, I kind of want to educate you folks. I just want to read this really, really quick. Like I alluded to, the East-West Shrine Bowl is the longest running, Senior Bowl in the world of college football, and linking to the NFL. Obviously, proceeds, like I said, talked about, go to the hospital supporting children's health. A quick little history step, and then we'll get up out of here. History of milestones and achievement. The East-West Shrine Bowl has come a long way from its humble beginnings in San Francisco. Prior to 1925, the East-West Shrine Bowl was a baseball game held several times between the Islam Shriners, presently Isaiah Shriners, I don't know what that is, and the Elks. While the game raised money for each of their respective charities, the Shriners team captain E. Jack Spalding thought there must be a way to generate more exposure for the organizations, and he came up with the idea of replacing the baseball game with a football game. Even back then, football was king, son. He determined that an all-star football game featuring the best college players competing against one another might be more successful, and the concept of the East-West Shrine Bowl was born, with all net proceeds from the game benefiting Shriners' children. So an amazing, beautiful start for some amazing, beautiful football and an even better charity. It's great to see that something like this, as simple as, you know, guys getting an extra opportunity to play the game, continues to, and started off as just an opportunity to give back to communities and make sure that children have a better opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So that's phenomenal to see. It's great to see. It was great to see these guys ball out. So y'all let me know down below if any of these guys really made a big time case for their draft stock. Who you like the best is lajohntay Wester guy. I think lajohntay Wester really proved to be a dynamic guy, right? I don't think it's just, okay, he has speed, right? I think Jimmy Horn, I think it's easy to sum him up like that, even though he's going to make it hard for you to do that. As you saw, the way that he was running those routes, I think LaJohntay Wester, you can turn the film on too, and you can look at the East West Shrine Bowl and say, okay, this is a guy that's going to give you a bit of dynamicism. That's not a real word. It's going to give you some dynamic, an element of dynamicness. That's not real either to your offense. So I think it's going to be phenomenal. But if you're enjoying these videos, man, leave a like on the video. Dislike if you don't like and subscribe if you enjoy college football content coverage and everything else in between. We'll see you next time, man. You be great.